Aesha, you told Jono what the guests thought of his dessert.
Yeah. Janie said this is very disappointing.
Really?
But then what was even more disturbing was when I came back to the galley and I took it back to him and I was like, but it's a cookie on their anniversary. And he's like, but it's delicious. I think like a cookie on cake for a high-end dessert.
With a homemade caramel and a homemade ice cream and a homemade crumble.
Yeah, but she was like, we put chocolate souffle, we put creme brulee.
I wish I had said, well, bitch, why don't you eat it like you do eat the other leftovers that come back from the guests. I didn't say that. I've thought about this so much because I was really hurt, because we'd been working well. I liked her so much. The whole I know that I don't like her now. We're still good friends. We're messaging all the time. But and usually when you're a crew, like you stick with the crew, right? You don't say, I agree with the guest. Like you would have cleared it. You know, whatever you normally do with leftovers coming from a table, like you throw it away, you wash the plate. But she chose to bring that to me, place it in front of me, and say, actually, I agree, and then walk away. Really, girl, why are you trying to attack me? I don't know who told her that I was a bad bitch, but I'm a big softie. Like, that hurt. You know what I mean?
I think in yachting, it's always... The most sensitive thing is always the relationship between the stews and the chef. As soon as you become chief stew, it's like it all changes and suddenly they're the ones that like their daggers are pointed towards. And when I was first faced with that, I was so flabbergasted that I really didn't know how to handle it. And if you see me with Ryan, I don't really stand up for myself.
How many vacuums have you pushed? How many frying pans have you flipped? You stick to vacuums, I'll stick to cooking.
I don't have any intelligent things to say back.
Don't be so hard on yourself. He was awful. What about Tom?
Then I had, Tom, he was the first chef as a second that made me cry.
I can do it. Off. Just give me the avocado. Jesus Christ, don't try and do it now.
What is the problem? I had no idea
You
what
know
to do.
now, though, right, that it was him projecting because there was no reason for him to not be in the galley to cut the vegetables. You know that, right?
Right.
That's why he was being so nasty.
I didn't know that
because he basically got caught with his pants down, like he got caught.
Well, it literally
That's why
was because
Sandy
he was
walked by and was like, "Why
he
are
was
you
in
cutting
bed with
vegetables?" Sandy is a gangster,
and he was literally in bed with Malia.
Ew. Just not Malia. Just in general. I don't want to hear about anybody in bed with anybody during a work day because, like,
you're working.
It's not that big of a boat.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys want to hook up, can you do it more than 50 meters away from me, please? And
that
away
was
from
really
where the
intense.
food is prepared?
Yeah. And then I landed with the most sweet angel ever. That is Zarina. Do you know she's the first chef that I could have like adult conversations with. We communicated. We didn't raise our voice. Every single night I would go into my cabin. She'd turn my bedside light on. She'd folded back my bed and she'd laid out my pajamas for me. Isn't that the most sweet
It's
thing
super sweet. It's very
ever?
impressive. It's very impressive.
Every single night. And when you're working that hard and you're away from home and you're away from the people you love, to go into a room and feel nurtured and looked after was like so special.
It's so nice when your roommate does that. It's just I used to do that. It was so nice.
Did you?
I'm just really impressed. For me, I never did it for anyone. I was too busy. I'm so impressed that Zarina had time to do that. She was a chef.
Yeah.
Wow.
She added it into her day. She's so lovely.
Well, what was the question?
It was nice to have my own little space.
With this new stew, I don't think it's fair. She gets her own cabin. You're the bosun. And so it would make the most sense if you had your own cabin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit bummed, you know, because me and Jono and I have a good relationship, and we got a good vibe in the cabin. Cabin's super neat.
He was very tidy. He was quiet. He was lovely. He was a little weird. Sometimes he would tell stories. I'm like, okay, gotta go to bed now. But that's just him, right? Like, no tea, no shade.
And now I'm right next door to the boys, so you can just hear them talking all the time.
What happened today, guys?
Every day is a mystery.
What happened? We broke the mirror.
We broke the mirror,
We were falling over each other. We had a shower together.
Yeah, we had a shower together, yeah.
With clothes on.
Yeah.
yeah, with clothes on.
Listen, we knew that we lost a lot of water throughout the season with the jacuzzi.
The jacuzzi valve was left open The water was used, all the hot water. Get it together on deck, please.
Copy.
So we were trying to save water. It was teamwork.
Exactly. I was washing his hair, his back, he was washing mine.
I got the
And then we turned around and then we started washing where we need to wash. And then we turned back and went, we're just being bros.
Yeah.
It was very comfortable within our own skin.
It's a comfortable friendship.
Exactly. I've never showered with anyone in my life, apart from girls.
Oh, yeah, with girls, yeah. But...
You're the first male I've showered with.
Yeah, same actually.
Well, I mean, I walked into their room and I just saw them dangling with their feet in the air, holding onto the top bunk and just fucking... I actually got a video of it on my phone. And I think Joe's still hanging, or he's like finished, and Nathan's now dropped down and tried to get out of a situation. And he's like stuck in like this down position. He's like, I'm stuck! And we're just there laughing, not trying to help him. And then another video I have is I walk down the guest stairs into the main salon, and there's Joe doing the piano, but quite a nice, like, romantic song. And I go like way up, like right up to him, and you see his fingers doing his thing and smiling, and then he looks that way, and I turn, and there's Nathan sitting on the couch just looking at him like with this big smile. Like, it's like, oh, Joe's like serenading Nathan. It's quite cute.
Tell me more about navigating Jono's fireable offenses.
Right away, I started looking for another chef. I called Norma. It's the middle of the season. Can you find me another chef I can have here immediately? And she says no. There's no chefs out there. So I'm stuck with Jonathan. Serving the guests raw fish.
Yeah.
That's a fireable offense.
Okay.
Dessert last night. She was really upset. Like, I'm not sure why a cookie would be served. In the end, you want to bring it more than you did from now until the end of the season.
But yeah. I don't want to be fired, but if you want to fire me, I can't change your mind, right? Like I said, I'm gonna be a professional always, do my job to the best I can. If it doesn't meet your bar, then and your reaction is to fire me, then I mean that's your call, right? Unfortunately, the same way where if I felt unsupported in a job, I would quit. You know, I don't want to be here if I don't feel like I'm being uplifted or celebrated actually either. So
I get that.
I was stressed. I was very stressed. I think by, demonstrating to Sandy that maybe I wasn't good enough or that she couldn't trust my decisions as a chef. Yeah, for sure. That's very upsetting. I mean, I think I spent the entire season kind of wanting to not make her proud, but like, that sounds cheesy, but definitely make her feel confident that, if she ever needs a chef in the future, she can say, hey, Jono, let's work together. That was my goal. Whereas that's something that happens all the time when you're cooking in a restaurant. Like, how many times have you said, oh, my steak's not the way I like it? It doesn't even get back to the kitchen because the service person is like, yeah, well, whatever, sorry. Whereas, when you're a private chef, it's a lot more personal. And for me, I want to make sure it's perfect every time.